21 Dreams. Ulabi and the Dinosaur. Once upon a time, there was a little girl. Her name was Ulabi. Ulabi was born just before the COVID pandemic. She didn't really understand what it was all about, but she knew the world was really strange. For much of Ulabi's life, it was lockdown. She knew her home very, very well. But after crawling around, exploring all its corners and surfaces, its cupboards and nooks, she began to dream of going outside. It happened like this. One day, there was a huge thunderstorm outside. As the rain poured down, the roof sprung a leak. Water trickled in and dripped on Ulabi's face. "I want to stand outside in the rain and feel that again," she thought. Unfortunately, for Ulabi, she had very careful parents. Although she greeted the rain coming through the roof with surprise and curiosity, excitement, and a desire to explore, all they could think was that they were afraid some harm might come to her. Especially because she had so little experience of the outside world. So, every time she tried to sneak through a door, or over a wall, or out a window, they would put up a lock or a gate to keep her safe. Staring wistfully through the window one day, Ulabi saw something. A strange flash of metallic green. She'd never seen anything like it, floating through the air. As it drifted closer, she could make out that it was a dinosaur balloon. Ulabi leant further and further out the open window, trying to grab hold of the green metallic string. She caught it and started to pull. Suddenly, she came face to face with the dinosaur. She didn't understand what it was, but she knew it was exciting. She gave it a big hug, covering herself in the outside traces it had brought in, leaves and twigs and rainwater. Ulabi let go of the balloon, but the string had caught round her wrist. As the balloon floated out of her window, she found that she was now following it, floating over her house, over her neighbourhood, over the whole town. Up in the air, she had an incredible view of the world. She'd never realised there was so much of it trapped in her house. She felt so free. She was flying with the balloon, looking at things she'd never seen before, the far hills and horizons. But then she realised people were coming out of their houses to look at her. A massive dinosaur trailing a little girl was something to see. People were smiling, talking about it on the radio, looking out for Ulabi and the dinosaur, and standing outside their houses dressed as dinosaurs, shouting and waving when she passed. It was like a dinosaur carnival. Ulabi circled the town, cheering people up, carried gently by the wind. Then, as the balloon deflated, she drifted slowly down to rest in her back garden. Her parents were very surprised to see she'd made it out of the house